But yeah, playing retake versus DRX, who are one of the best afterplant teams in the world, you've got to have a set plan. And already looking to try and force RB out into the corner. He's got Marco for support, and he's managed to dodge that aftershock. The Viper wall as well, already helping him out. The trades aren't going too badly until the cavalry arrives. 2 kills off the back of the nade. Well, Foxy left alone.
Yeah, Buzz has got the nade back online again because of that double kill. So the second that he's spotted, he's in a ton of trouble. You've also got the post-plant potential of just lobbing it through. All that means he has to move pretty quickly. Plant has come through, but this is all part of the plan for Talon. It's the main aggression. All 5 players will be coming from here, essentially becoming the attackers in this round as they open the door, create 2 different avenues, and the angle nets them the first kill. Smoke's removed. The blind fire and the molly, though, that's going to cause some problems. I mean, time starts to be the real issue, and with weaker weapons and players running into them, they might actually be able to net a lot here on DRX. Just comes down to whether they can win those opening fights or not, and so far it is back and forth, but with the damage done, Stax has to be the one to clutch this out. 1 versus 3, Stinger in hand, he'll catch the diffuser. But the time's not quite that far through. They're fighting the B main angle. I guess the problem for now is that although the delay has been there, they haven't really found that early engagement, and now they're seeing where that aggression's been coming in from. Talon did this in the previous round, a little bit slower. This time, though, with an orbital strike, they are going right down into their spawn. Mako isolated, and he doesn't need any help. He's just stopped them all by himself, and a 5v3 comes out of it. Talon, well, he's in a ton of trouble. Every piece of utility on the other team coming at him. He somehow survived this long. And got the double! Sushi boys! How has he gotten away with that? They're in with a chance, indeed, a probability. Just Buzz and a 1 versus 2. They know that he's in main. This round should have been done.
Before getting into this clutch, and even using the knife and it being dodged, they have no clue where he is.
Such a problem with that plant spot. Sushi boys, 1 HP, easiest kill for Buzz at the start. And now he's even lit up Foxy. It should be the round, but Talon again with low HP and against all odds. They have come back into this round and found 2-2. Here, the Stinger on Stax as they attempt to take the site, but it is another retake setup from Talon, something they've done a lot, but they might not know there's already a player up close, and Buzz has managed to completely catch them off guard. A blindsiding push.
And he's got Showstopper as well. He could just try and take him out. Sushi Boys again is going to land a shot that, well, maybe unexpected. Garnet's found one through the Viper's pit as well. This advantage diminishing, and even though this pit is in play, if they can find Marco, or more importantly, force him out of it, using that lockdown, this could become a problem. Already one going back in the other direction. Garnet trying to slide across and catch them, and somehow we've ended in a 2v2 with more utility going down. He has got a double.
The 60-second mark, there was nothing happening, but if we want to chuck a replay up at the halftime, or after this round, that was kind of weird. Like, they had a great setup on A main, but having to play retake sucks. Rolling Thunder can help fighting your way back in. Garnet's already down. Foxy able to find one, but carving out this map control doesn't seem possible. Too many bodies here, and it's Mako. He's been phenomenal so far, but not able to deliver this time. It's left on to Buzz in the 1v2. He spotted them both. The flash is good. Too good, as Sushi Boys claims another victim.
They've also got Orbital Strike again. RB going to try and take that initial control. I think they're wary at this stage of how aggressive that man likes to be. Already though. Oh, just to spam through, but the trade is quick. And then hiding in the smoke is Cruz. He's going to run through it. So aggressive in every move he makes. And the rest of the team once more are going to try and set up for this retake, Mitch. They've got lockdown, they've also got overdrive, but they're running straight through.
So fast, that flash there actually going to catch Mako. The stun coming in from Garnets. He's trying to find some players, and there they are, right in front of his face. Swinging out to try and deal with this. Looks like he'll catch one in heaven. The stun is good. It needs to go a little deeper, actually. The charge comes out. That'll do it. Looking now for the last man, Mako. Inside his orb, out he goes, and there's 2 players staring right at him. That defuse will come
to clear, might actually bite them a little bit because it's the A site that's already been taken somewhat, but the spike crossing might be a little bit tougher. I don't think they know Buzz is here. In fact, they have no idea.
No clue whatsoever. Stax, though, has fallen, and that's the spike in the open. Might get some of the Talon players to play more aggressive sometimes, but Right here, it's just going to be a Viper's pit and a plant. Garnet's finding control over main, though, so these players are stuck inside the pit. Do they try to go elsewhere? We're seeing the Buzz wants to, but Garnet's is a little too quick. Now Mako's all alone. He's suppressed, so he can't throw out his utility. Got to try to fight them up close. He got the man behind. But Cruz, he's had a good game of opportunities to work with here. RB has spotted them out. That information is not very helpful. And even a nade going through now quite early on. And look at the aggression. You think because they've got them sectioned off, they'd want to defuse, but instead they're going to fight. Talon are bringing the fight to DRX, and they're winning every duel. Unbelievable play from this team. Now pushing up to 7 rounds and a half that has felt entirely dominated by them. DRX don't look like even a shadow. Only one they need to care about. Unreal. It might be because the nade was on the way through, but I think they had that plan all the time.
They've now got a Killjoy operator. Like, they really are doing everything! What has just happened? Cruz has just sprayed down 3 players. This team is lighting up the server at the moment. They lost the pistol, and by the looks of it, DRX are still only going to walk out with 4 rounds unless RB can pull off a miracle. He's now stunned up. He's picked up an off. He needs to hit a no-scope, and it's just not happening. Talon execute into the site.
I've never seen DRX look this uncomfortable setting out in a series. Cruz, on the other hand, delivering again and again, but just the 1 kill for him this round. As he goes down, so too does the Spike. Small consolation prize for Talon, but they want a bigger prize looking towards the spawn. A bounty on Zest's head. He's trying to fall back, but there's just too many players coming after him. Good map control, but they've still got the advantage on DRX, fighting their way back in. They can even start to defuse that Spike after the nano's gone, and the time isn't too far ticked. They need to pick up a kill on the cross here on that attacking side. Instead, they're gonna have to just run at this defuser and try to stop him. The time way too low. DRX, 2 out of 2.
It was still hella close, though. It was like, I think 2 players
saw that
surviving.
yeah.
Not the
It
great
had been
start
a
for
messy,
Marco,
messy economic start as well. That leads to that. I mean, DRX losing 1 to start with, it's not ideal, but it's expected in a round like this.
Yeah, and already, again, Garnet taking the space. Good work from Zest, and Buzz has been picked off. Again, these rounds looking incredibly close, but Zest should be screwed. Lives a little bit longer than maybe I was expecting. And Stax, he's expected. He was the one sort of point of contact, but he somehow wins that battle as well.
Yeah, this is getting way too close. This round should already be tied up neatly for Talon, but instead DRX are looking for a very early comeback. That flank from Foxy, expected as well. He's actually looking at this angle. RB, he's got a galaxy brain, but he turned away at the wrong moment. Luckily, the shot whizzed past. He won't be dropped in main. Chipboy survives, and that's the Spike denial. They know now they've got this with a Rolling Thunder. There's no way. And you know what? He's not going to try and deny that fuse with an Aftershock. Instead, the Rolling Thunder's put through, committed for the play.
They have to move.
There's nothing you can do to counter this.
It's a bait play. It's a bait play. They're trying to go back to the A side, but once again, DRX haven't moved all of their players. Marco, he started to move, and he's going to go down for it. Cruz was none the wiser that he was even there. The thing is, though, this will allow for the rotation. They've spotted that cross, and Zest has gone through. He's trying to get into this site as quickly as possible, knowing that their afterplant has been sublime. But it's even better for
Factor, but for Garnets to pick up the back line,
delete
Zest. Hold on, there's the flank from Mako. The spray was a little whiffy, but he got there in the end.
Yeah, and this allows for the rotation. They were pressured, the flash is avoided, but Buzz, he's going to come out with 2. Finally stepping up to the marker, and the trades are fantastic as well. Leaves just Sushi Boys. 1v4, and he has to try and get past Marco. He will not be able to. DRX already tagged low on the site. So he needs to just sit back and relax and just support onto Stax. But that's exactly what he's done. And now, with a late move back in the other direction, it leaves Cruz to try and fight alone on this side of the map. He might just be able to get an afterplant, but Stax is rotating back around.
Oh, this could be it for Stax if he has the timing, and the shot is hit every time. With Cruz down, the round follows. And DRX's comeback may just be on. Full south side play out of Talon. They're looking for some control on this B side. Gotta get themselves Arcade. cautious of any pushes. But with no utility watching north or south side, I mean, at this point, it genuinely looks like they were just waiting for the aggression. They very much expected it to be coming through. That is a very interesting Viper's pit. They're going to play further off, but what control does this give them for the late round, you know?
I think they were expecting the push to come from that position in Arcade, but it has also held them in. If he goes through the edge here, Sushi Boys has a free kill. He's just trying to play the timing, and actually the pit's gonna get dropped. He's just let his teammate die dropping that, and Sushi Boys comes out with both. It couldn't have gone any worse for DRX, and now the remaining two are trying to make that space back in. There's so much still to find, and although it's a little whiffy initially, it's Buzz to try and face off versus 3. The turret even giving them the info. There is no hope. Contact on the stairs, so that when they dash into the site, it's basically just going to be a 3-man stack up. They've got Foxy trying to spam on the cross, and he's doing damage. Even going to get the headshot onto one of them, and now they've realized that there's a stack on this side of the map, but it's too little too late. They're stuck in the mud.
Fantastic play by Talon. They expected DRX to take it this way. Read like a book. The Sheriff spams even coming through. Attempted wall bangs here, and the pistol stack still alive. He's going to try to get himself onto the site, but there are so many players to deal with on the way through. Still with an option to take it elsewhere. 30 seconds on the clock, but they've committed so heavily at this point. And in the end, the spike will be dropped, leaving Mako to clutch it. 1 versus 4. He's already got the first, but that is where he'll be finished. Talon have found a pistol. Flash ready to come out. Push should follow. And it's off contact that they see. This is a smart strat. And the Odin is actually pushing B main. They've spotted so many players on mid. The call is made. Let's just go. Let's take the fight to them. They attempt to push on short. They're a little bit late to spot Cruz. He's good for 1. And Sushi Boys flank, okay, not going to serve the purpose. But that short hold has done enough here. They're set up for a 3v2 retake. And in all seriousness, the Odin combined with Foxy's utility. Oh, never mind. Foxy's utility is gone.
It still leaves Zest low, but this definitely becomes much more of a troublesome retake, trying to get back in that little bit too soon, and 2 weapons that definitely aren't the best for retaking. An Odin alongside an Operator. Still a little bit wary of Heaven, though. They haven't spotted Garnets just yet, and already being forced out. Marco goes for the peak, and now it's left on to Zest. 30 HP, just trying to hold on, and the rifle's already been retrieved, but he's dancing around the side, spotting his opponent, just trying to buy that little bit of extra time.
11.
Even lower he goes, but he's still going to take it home for DRX.
Attackers, they both actually flashed at pretty much the same time, but the defenders are so cautious about going in until that flash comes through. Garnet's then able to take a double on the back of that utility, a triple, in fact, the Blade Storm, stopping them in their tracks. Talon with a remarkable thrifty round. And DRX, the turret holding mid, the alarm bot for short, and Nano Swarms on B.
There's 5 ults here for DRX. You have to expect this is a round they're going to take. Do they expect the player in the corner? They've dashed past, but they've not cleared it. A chance for Jipboy, he comes out with 2. But even still, Buzz is doing well to trade things back. Looking a lot better on the Jet at the moment.
Oh, good kill. Fantastic stuff from Sushi Boys. Damage done. And it makes it all too easy to close it out in the end. Third piece of spotting utility finds Garnets, and he's been headshot through the wall. Left to 40 HP. A push comes out of it, though, and he's able to find 1. Flash down low, still going to blind the full pop. Cruz has supporting fire. This is a fantastic hold. Talon dominating middle. And although Mako's walked through on A, well, that was maybe not the play, Cruz, I'll be honest, that vicious as it was. He's still got a 1v4 on his hands, and these players are lined up in a firing squad.
And oh, I think Cruz has just spotted Mark on the other side. Now bear in mind, he only has a pistol. Nightfall goes through, he's down to just 15 HP, but he will make his way back to the site. The problem is they have no extremities left. They are stuck within B.
Well, the nade at least to clear the corner. They're going to be quicker on focusing up on the site. Good flash through, but there's a player right beside him. Buzz hugging the wall, able to grab 1. What was that? A shorty attempt. They're all lit up on DRX. 1 HP on Buzz. Seized, but he's surviving for now. They're taking their time on the way back through. That might might be time enough for DRX to set up to take these fights, but it's Stacks left alone to hold on, and he cannot do it this time.
A very nasty surprise. They actually sent 2 players, and now the peek through from Garnets. He's not low, but he's not going to land the shot either. They're going to pressure onto short, but the paranoia is going to leave them. Nyon completely blind. A second flash going through, but they spam it. And Buzz and RB combined to get a double opener. The only player anywhere near now is Garnet. Well, no one's fighting him at this point.
Well, he has the operator that they saw earlier on, and they've heard the Blade Storm pop. They know this is a man with a deep utility belt. And facing him on range is almost certainly a death sentence. Now spotted to still be on main. It's good info to work with. They have lost Zest on the other side, and here's the Odin. Blind fire, of course, with no utility to reveal just yet. Has to rely on just finding it through look and predicting their positions, the lockdown to force them out. And right into the hands of this operator. Focused in, but they've got a nice spot to play in the smokes, keeping them alive for a moment. He's waiting for the angle, and he won't land a shot. The defuse is underway, though, and they need to run it down halfway before RB can land that kill. We'll see if Talon can break through that near impossible hold. DRX
running.
They might not be ready for this pace. I mean, this is so quick. They're already flashing into the site on the reload. And Zest, okay, does well divide praise. He's still going as well. 18 health, and he's trying to hold the site while his teammates sprint from the other side of the map. Any damage here would be massive. And now he's got some support, but Foxy's found a kill from the connector. With him on 18, this is getting very dangerous. Shock Dart goes through. It might be perfect. Zest has got 4 already. 1 more to seal this round for DRX.
Foxy's trying to play it patient, expecting his opponent to maybe make a misstep, but this is an unorthodox position. In this sort of stage in the round, he's going to give it up slightly, make his move, try and use his utility to almost bait his opponent in, get that little bit of extra information, but it's cat and mouse, and he's looked away as Foxy starts to make his way forward in towards the site, just 18 HP, and I don't know if you'll expect him to be here! Zest is going to get the ace to take DRX home the pistol!
Huge advantage for the attackers, and if they are to stop DRX from running away with this, we want to see it here and now at least.
Well, again, this split coming through. Buzz in prime position to cause them issues, but Garnet once more with a sublime entry. Zest at the back of the site still can't be dealt with, still causing problems, and he combines along with Stacks. It leaves Foxy alone and surrounded. He doesn't stand a chance, just 26 HP. This B site seems to be close for business as Zest the out.
That Shock Dart, if it came in last round, it could have been scary what they'd be up against, but this time, not so much.
Lockdown available if he takes it. On the other side of things, they have the Hunter's Fury available, so they will be able to destroy it, although Zest is... okay, that's a dart and a half. Instantly going to start trying to throw out some of his utility as they pressure into the site. Again, Stacks just looking for that timing, but this time the trades are even. However, with already a man advantage in hand and still a man at the back of the site, there is still work to do.
Great flash, that's caught Buzz completely. No way he hits that shot. So we're down to the shorty, up close to try and delete them, and a right click from Foxy puts them back to a 2v2. Talon, this is a round they need so badly, and it looked like it might slip out of their control. In fact, it still may. RB's caught them off with great timing. Foxy, the last man standing. A flash up and over. It buys them space, but they're up against the operator. All they need to do is trade this out, but they won't find it. Here comes the Vandal, and Foxy just needs to find 1 more. RB returns the fire.
Ults to play with going into this site take, but there will be some on the response.
RB actually has his own, and it's going to be popped right now. No more utility than what's being thrown can come through to play. Those nanos up and over, but they won't be activated. Not while this man is still standing. Mako! Great angle as well. He's taken Garnets. 3 kills with 1 player down in the open. And from this point, what can they do? Run into Mako and die. One after another. 4 kills for him as Jitboys finally falls. And Cruz has to do it all. Oh, he's missed his TP. The time is going to be very low, but he'll make it. Just about to get this plant in. Look at the swing, though, right away. Buzz to them to keep with this heavier stack on the A side. Should be difficult now for DRX to make that space. They've spotted one player at the back. They know Harbor's close. Starting to get a feel of just how many players are here, but it doesn't seem to deter them. They're waiting for the utility to fail, and then they'll be right on their way through. Garnet's 5 HP. He's holding on barely, and he'll even get a kill. Even a little more. Somehow surviving. Although he falls in the end, surely he's done enough. Oh, maybe not. The last man alive, Zest, 1 versus 1. Look at the HP on the other side, just 4. He's going for the plant right now and needs to stick it all the way. Jip Boys, though, coming up close, and the angle's good. 3 kills.
To almost help them out in the after plant, and well, it's not often I've got to see 2 of these cross over at once, as both teams are going to try and apply this ult to make it awkward for the other side. High Tide utilized to try and section them up, but Zesh is still here. He's just waiting patiently. The shots don't quite connect though, and now it's left all onto Marco running in. He finds a double instantly, and the time is ticking away. The flank is just too far. Marco should have done enough here, as the spike will explode.
Foxy can't even...
Pit, a Hunter's Fury available, a lockdown on either side. Sure, they can force him out of that Viper's Pit, but the fact is there's going to be one going through if he even attempts it. Now just making their way through already. A kill coming through for Sushi Boy. A good start, but they need to try and clear these players out of position. The lockdown being used, but I can assume there might be another, and in fact it's going to get destroyed. RB holding, Marco alongside him. This deadly duo leaving Foxy alone. A nice shot to at least do some damage, but the time is gone. He needs to try and just kill as many players as possible, and RB will close it out.
3 from them. Lose a map, look weak, doesn't matter. They can bounce back every single time. The BO3 is like a double ELM bracket for them.
Oh, Garnet. Oh, he might get caught by this one. He will, but he's at least got back to his teammates. They're trying to spam through and catch the player as they plant, but Cruz... Oh, he just about gets the kill, but the plant does go down. Now in these A-site after plants, it's been sublime for DRX, even with only a couple of players surviving. So this round isn't done just yet.
And they've got a Hunter's Fury to work with, but that means that they need to hold on the site. Mako needs to buy the time. He's got a snake bite, and there it goes. Fired up in and out. It's gonna grab a little bit of damage. Not quite killing him yet. There's the shock dart, but it's already half. Hunter's Fury comes through. It's found the kill with Mako headshotting, and it looks like they might just have this. The defuse out in the open. He's got to be fast. He needs to hit the shot.
They have themselves that plant, and by the looks of it, they'll have a free fallback.
Managed to get rid of the Nano Swarm, avoiding a lot of the danger. Foxy again. Just such patience on display. It's unreal. This time definitely here in the turret. That info could have been crucial. Back, nothing to be found, and Cruz is caught off guard. Oh, yeah, DRX are right back in.
Yeah, it leaves Garnet and that rotation, but they're still sat back, waiting. Another snake bite going down, leaves him vulnerable. A bullet or 2 will do the job, and DRX again showing how deadly
mastery that not even DRX have hit with this composition, but right now, it's looking scary. 7 of the last 8 rounds, 1 to play for. Cruz inside. That orb looking for the kill, and he's dead.
Okay, Buzz doesn't get anything. Foxy alongside Garnet has found a couple, and they've got their lockdown in. RB now left alone, normally on the lurk, but he's going to have to fall back. He hits a nice shot, but they at least recover. Maybe had an aggressive dash through under the tube, but no, I don't think they had much else. Here we go, though. This has been the bread and butter of this comp. Garnet, I think he's actually missed where he was hoping to get up to. Has to do it a little bit later, and because of that, they're ready. Good trade, though, from Jip Boy, but again, the spike now on the ground, the Stinger doing the work. And while the rest of the team were probably hoping to end up in an afterplant, the Cove already being used, and because of that, this is now becoming a very difficult round for Talon.
I mean, they've still got a minute, but it's the spike position that's just so damning. Even if they wait, there's no way the DRX are going to rotate to the other side of the map. You can hope to catch them as they reposition, but I mean, you even start to worry about a flank at this point. I don't think Sushi Boy still has his turret up. Good kill. Shock Dart was on as well. Stacks running through, caught from up above, and that is... The rotation will be so quick when they eventually go for it.
Yeah, they've got Viper's Pit, but Reckoning would probably deny that, although I say that, they've already used it. They're trying to stop them planting at all. The thing is, it seems like they're going to try and stick it, and Marco, He manages to jump up. Another double from Zest. He's trying to do it all. And the trades just aren't quick enough. It's left onto Foxy. A nice shot to actually snap back. And the other teammate a little bit further away. You can see Marco just playing this one a little bit more tentative until he hears the steps.
Taking this A site, and Buzz won't get the opportunity to take the first kill, and a brave play, but he dashes right out of there.
This is very used as well. They're desperately trying something. The trade's coming back, but it's still a slight advantage for the moment. God, it just goes huge. He's found 3 kills with that Blade Storm. They're going to be able to get the plant, and he might have just saved them. That was looking like a huge blip with the initial kills going the way of DRX, but that did not last long. Still, though, Zest and his doubles, we've seen plenty.
Oh, he's clutched out rounds before. This time on the attacking side, he misses the first, but gets it after. Down to 16 HP. 1 blade, all that's needed from Garnets. He's holding the angle close right, and there's the shot, but Zest can't land it. A wide swing, but Garnets is ready. And that will be doubled.
An opener to boot, and they have to fall back.
No matter what happens here, Talon have made history for their team, for their region, for their country, most certainly. The top 4 is all they wanted. A monumental spot, but DRX, so they've been after the Korean meta, the Korean era for a long, long time, and it looks like they might be on their way. Top 4 within their grasp, a 5 versus 2, and Garnets, one of the most impressive players that we've had in this tournament. Definitely a breakout for him. But for him to break back into this, we would need some of the best Valorant we've seen on an individual level in this entire event. A reckoning going to be used, a lockdown into play. A flank attempt by Jip Boys, but now he's the last man standing, and that final blow is about to be dealt. DRX